Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review, and next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Avengers GamerVerse Wave 2, the Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure. So here we have Sam Wilson, Marvel's Falcon. So we finally get a Falcon figure, not our first Sam Wilson, as we did get a Sam Wilson Captain America Captain America. Anyway, Sam Wilson as Captain America. We did get that in a 3-pack, a Toys R Us exclusive, so it's nice to have another one as the Falcon himself. And we actually get wings. We did not get wings with this one, unfortunately. There's nothing you could do, but I bet you customizers will be able to do some things so we could use those wings for this figure. But anyway, we get back to the standard black box packaging for these figures because they are not GamerVerse, so they don't get that white packaging. So we get a Marvel logo up there at the top. Side artwork looks awesome of Sam Wilson's Falcon. Looks really, really nice. Here on the back of the package, we get a look at the figure, and the bio reads, Marvel's Falcon. Sam Wilson soars through the skies, dispensing justice and restoring faith in humanity. And of course, all the figures in the wave. We are now on to Falcon. Next 3 will be up so we can see the Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure all together. And let's open the Falcon up. Okay, and here is the Falcon figure out of the package, and he is done very nicely. I am extremely pleased with this figure. I almost wish the Vulture would have used a bigger body as opposed to the super skinny pizza Spidey mold, but this figure is awesome. So first, to get it out of the way, he does come with the left leg to the Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure. It was hidden under the figure as if he was like standing on it, so you may not have seen it too well from the package, but it was in there. Now, out of the package, he actually comes with the fists on the figure already. I swapped them out for the straight flying hands, or the karate chop hands, but he does have the fists, and then of course the wings. So those are all the accessories that he comes with. So now let's get him off of the flight stand and zoom in and take a closer look at him. Okay, so here is an up-close look at Sam Wilson's Falcon. So mine looks really good. So I actually watched Unparalleled Universe's review, and he definitely had some paint issues with his head sculpt, and then the shoulders where the two hard plastic pieces meet together. Mine's not too bad. You could kind of see it through, but on the head sculpt, I don't get a lot of that paint bleed that he had. So I was very fortunate on mine. So I'm glad we didn't get a lot of that paint bleed. So if you haven't seen his review, I recommend checking it out. He does a comparison with the Toy Biz one, which unfortunately I will not be doing for you guys because I don't have any Toy Biz figures, because I think that one looked terrible, and that's just me. My opinion on Toy Biz. If you guys have followed me on the channel, you guys know how I feel about Toy Biz. Anyway, the gold paint up there looks good. The sculpt of it looks nice. Eyes are painted well. The eyebrows are painted well. So definitely no issues there. We get a more modern take to the suit, so we get that red line over the white. Same there in the middle section of his body, and then just red for the rest of the figure. These bands right here, or these forearms, these gauntlet pieces, those are actually part of the arm, so that's not like a removable piece or anything. So that's a newly sculpted forearm for Falcon, so that is new. Then you can see here we get the cuts on the back of the arms to fit the wings. So here I did with the wings, and then here they're on there, and they're shaped quite nicely to fit to form the muscles. So it was done quite well. And then so looking at a comparison, because I'm curious if they are the exact same as Vulture's wings, and in fact they are. So looking at it, I don't see any differences whatsoever, even in terms of how they sculpted around the muscles. Let me do a quick overlay here. And in fact, they are the exact same as you could see there. So straight reuse of the wings, but they are done better because no running change on this one to where the shoulder gets the wing piece or the bicep. It is the bicep here, and then these fit on there nice and snug, whereas my Vulture, those wing pieces have a hard time staying on this figure. So maybe it's just because I was too rough and just kept putting him in there, and porting him and pegging him in. But as you can see, it's definitely a lot wider compared to what you see on Falcon. So that makes a huge difference. So I would say be careful when porting in those wing pieces over time, because you could kind of stretch the plastic out. So you definitely want to be careful with that. So with that, Let's zoom out for his articulation. Just to get it out of the way, we'll do one portion with the wing and how it is. So with the way the wing attaches, you can do that. You could still move the arm around. That's not going to be an issue whatsoever. So you still get full motion and everything in there. Now let's take those off and look at his articulation. You know, I keep forgetting to mention that the red is a semi-translucent red, so you can kind of see through it a little bit, as you can kind of see my fingers through the wings. So just thought I'd point that out. Okay, so by now I think you guys all know that I love this body mold. This is the Spider-Man 2099 body mold, so we get a lot of good use out of it, as well as butterfly joints. But kind of like Shang-Chi, we got those damn shoulders. So I had issues with my Shang-Chi not being able to move those shoulders up, but everyone else seemed to be able to do it just fine. We'll see if I can. But anyway, head can look down all the way, can look up, so it works out great for flight poses. You get some head pivot in there, you get a full rotation, of course. Shoulder, I can actually get the shoulder to go out, whereas on Shang-Chi, I just could not do it on mine. This pec piece or the shoulder piece would just cut right on into that shoulder ball, but I don't seem to have that issue here on this figure, so that is great. You get a full rotation, upper bicep swivel, you get a double jointed elbow, which gives you tremendous bend there, wrist swivel, and you have a hinge at the wrist. We get the butterfly joint, so you can get the arm to go back that much. You can get it to go forward a little bit as well, so that is great. You get an ab crunch that crunches forward that much, crunches back that much as well. You get a waist swivel in there. Feet go out that far apart, so that is great. Can kick forward that much, goes back a tiny bit. You get an upper thigh cut in there, double jointed knee. There is a calf swivel right in the middle of the calf. Foot hinges down, hinges up, ankle pivot, pegals at the bottom of the feet. So great articulation for Falcon. You can get him into some great dynamic poses while flying and everything with the wings on. And I'm happy I can get those shoulders to go up. Okay, a little bit of a side-by-side comparison. We have both versions of Sam Wilson, the Falcon and the Captain America version. You can see they are basically about the same height. Head size looks a little bit about the same. They have different hairstyles, of course. You know, Captain America version definitely looks a little bit more bulky, as he kind of has a tactical suit versus kind of the skin-tight suit for flying. But I can't wait, because I know customizers are going to get this figure and they're going to cut into those arms so they can actually put these red wings onto this figure, and I think that's going to look great once we see that done. So that will be fantastic, because you know people are going to do that. So I can't wait to see some talented individuals do something like that, because this figure should have had wings, but you know, for whatever reason, Hasbro didn't do it. You know, they kind of went the cheap route, because I guess it doesn't need it because he's Captain America, but he had the wings as Captain America still. So it's too bad, but they look good side by side. And I knew it would come up, so I went ahead and did a cool little head swap. For the most part, they work. This one, I think it sits a little bit low. This one, the head just does look a little bit bigger for the figure, but it doesn't look bad by any means. But they do pop on there quite nicely. Okay, and so for those that may not know, so if you notice on the wings themselves, you see right there by that little peg, there is an L, so we know that this one goes on to the left arm of Falcon. So we're going to place that in there. We're just going to port it on in. And then we get this one. This one has an R. As you can see, that goes on the right arm. Whoops. Be careful. Be more careful than what I'm doing. And I really like how it's very form-fitting to go over the muscles and that elbow there. So it really makes it nice and tight fit on there. So we're going to port that on in. And we're going to get our other piece, and we're going to port that into the forearm like so. So nice, easy plug and play to get those wings into place. And there we have Sam Wilson Falcon, wings and all. Okay, so my final thoughts on this figure. I am extremely pleased with the way this came out. The fact that the wings stay on there much more sturdy than they did on the Vulture. The bulkier body definitely goes a long way compared to the thinner body of Vulture. As you can see, his legs kind of start to bow in and everything. Just gets really thin. So I really like this. It's nice that we get it's not classic Falcon, but that we actually get a Falcon to begin with. So it's our second Sam Wilson figure, but I'm very, very pleased with it. And again, customizers, please send me your pictures of you using these red wings for that Sam Wilson Captain America figure. I would love to see how that figure looks with the wings on there. But I'm very pleased with this figure. You guys let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on it. If you guys liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.